What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
Alright, so there's a new rumor by a very credible source that there will be a Nintendo Direct either Nintendo Switch 2 launch week or the week after. Now, before we get things started here, we're still on the road to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you are into Nintendo Switch content and are interested in intelligent Nintendo Switch 2 insight and you're not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free. And let me know what you think about the video in the comment section. And also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. So, according to a very credible leaker, there will be a Nintendo Direct either during Switch 2's launch week or the following week. So this rumor comes way of PH Brazil. I'm sorry, I play Street Fighter too much. PH Brazil, if you guys remember him, he's actually the first person to tell us that the Switch 2 would be missing a 2024 launch and would be delayed till 2025. And last time I checked, it's 2025 and the Switch 2 is not yet launched. So obviously this person was 100% correct, among other things. So PH Brazil has shown that he definitely knows what he's talking about. Well, according to him, there will be a new Nintendo Direct either during the Switch 2's launch or the following week. He's not sure which of those weeks. Now, I think that if this does happen, and this has, like I said, a very high chance of happening, I don't see it happening during the launch week of the Switch 2. Because, well, there's no real reason to do that. The people that have the Switch 2 pre-ordered, or people that want to pre-order a Switch 2, they don't need any more convincing. Like, we're convinced. There's not much Nintendo can say to be like, oh, well, that's really going to make me pre-order. Like, the people that want to pre-order a Switch 2 right now, they don't need any more convincing, right? So I personally don't see them having a Nintendo Direct during the Switch 2 launch week, especially considering Nintendo Directs are usually towards the end of the week, and the Switch 2 comes out on a Thursday. It's like, are they going to have the Direct the day before launch or the day of launch? Like that I don't know. It's kind of silly. So I personally don't see them having it during launch week because it doesn't really make sense at all. Now, the following week, maybe. So, during launch week, though, we do have some things going on that week and that weekend. We have Summer Game Fest, which coincidentally is the day after the Switch 2 launch. And then we're going to have the Xbox Summer Showcase and some other events. And also, it's now rumored from Jeff Grubb that Sony is having an upcoming event very soon, but he's not sure if it's going to be what kind of Sony event it's going to be. If it's going to be I forget what these things are called now from Sony. They haven't been that good lately. What are these things? I don't care. It doesn't matter. A Sony showcase. A Sony Direct. Okay? That's not what they're called, but whatever. I forgot what they're called. And so yeah, there's all these rumors. Well, rumors combined with confirmed dates. Now, the Summer Games Fest, I believe, is Friday. The Xbox event is Saturday, I believe. So, yeah, the week after that definitely makes more sense than Switch 2 launch week. Especially considering Nintendo in the past, like, they don't really like sharing big news with other announcements. So they usually like having their own day if they can. outside of, say like E3 when they really didn't have a choice. But I noticed that they will typically go after Microsoft. Sometimes they would go after Microsoft, and then maybe Sony and Nintendo would be on the same day or something, because it would usually be the last official day of E3. But since E3 is no more, Nintendo can have these announcements and do these presentations whenever they feel like it. And I think that there's personally too much stuff going on during launch week and launch weekend for them to even worry about trying to put a Nintendo Direct there, because it's going to be too much information out there, and it would be taken away from their presentation. Now, the Xbox presentation is going to be very interesting, because there are going to be quite a bit of Xbox games coming to the Switch too. Now, the thing that's crazy is if there is a Nintendo Direct around this time, especially if the Direct is the following week after this Xbox showcase, you may see where a bunch of new games get announced for Xbox, and a bunch of games that were rumored to come to Switch 2 that they may not actually be officially announced for Switch 2 at this Xbox event. And I know a lot of people, if that happens, a lot of people are going to go crazy. Well, what happened? I thought this was coming to Switch 2. I guess it ain't coming. You guys are forgetting that Nintendo, a lot of times, they like announcing their own, like when they get a big third-party game, or they get a big game coming from third parties or exclusive or something to their platforms, they like announcing it themselves. So even if this Xbox thing comes and goes and you don't see any official Nintendo Switch announcements there, that's because it will probably be announced at Nintendo's own Direct. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, this is coming to the Switch too, and this is blah, blah, blah. Also, another reason why I think if this does happen, it will not be launch week, it will be the following week, is because then Nintendo can kind of after the system has been out at that time, the system will probably have been out for about a week, and they can say like little catching headlines like, oh, the Switch 2 is sold out worldwide, and show people that didn't buy the Switch 2 just what they're missing. And they can also give updates to other games that don't yet have release dates, like Metroid Prime 4 and stuff like that, and then also announce even more games that are coming close to the holidays. Now, I still don't think, even though this is going to be June, I don't think that they're necessarily going to announce all of their holiday games at this Direct. They still have plenty of chances to announce stuff. And it looks like they're doing kind of a staggered launch with a lot of these third-party titles to give them a chance to not cannibalize each other's sales and give them chance to shine. So I think they're doing that strategically, because I've seen a lot of people that have been asking me like, well, where are these Xbox games? Where is this? This is supposed to come. How come they haven't announced it? They're doing that on purpose, because they want you to buy the games that are out and not be overshadowed. They don't want you thinking about Halo Master Chief Collection right now. They want you to buy Cyberpunk. They want you to buy Street Fighter. Then once those games get sales, that's when they will start the bigger marketing pushes for these other games. But it feels like Nintendo is trying to make it so that it feels like there are games after games after games after games. Like, so you pretty much almost get fatigued from buying new games. You'd be like, oh my God, I just bought this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is great. Oh, wait, this is coming. Oh, this is coming. Because if they announce too many things at a time, something that deserves to be bought is not going to get bought due to just people just not having the money for it. So what they're doing is very smart and very strategic. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you guys think that the Direct will be during Switch 2 launch week, or do you think it will be the next week? Let me know in the comment section.